Welcome back out to Kitsap County Fairgrounds. I'm going to do today my California doubles, forehand versus backhand. Out here again. I'm going to do it from the short tees. I was going to do the long tees, but then it occurred to me I haven't even done the short tees yet this way. So I want to do the short tees before I do the long tees. So we're going to try the reds out here with doubles. The hope is to be under par for the total. I'm going to go forehand on a Firebird and backhand on Squirrely, the function. And of course, why would I warm up? Okay, throw the function down there flat. It should turn to the right. Now, wow, I did pretty decent. I got down there a little ways. All right, let's try the Firebird. This is a dirty Firebird. That was really low. It was a nice throw, though, and a nice skip. All right, well, that very much feels like a forehand hole. The backhand really wasn't a bad shot, and I think if I'd released it just very slightly better, I probably would have ended up pretty close to the same spot. But just getting the Firebird here didn't feel difficult, and I'm only 45, 50 feet from the basket, so I think it's still going to stick as a forehand hole for me. Anyways, it's a long putt, but let's see what I can do. Well, that's a tap in. Oh, that was too far right. Hole 2, 200 feet. Right down here, very slightly to the right. Doesn't feel like a forehand hole to me, but we're going to try it. I'm going to go buzz on a backhand. I'm going to go insanity on a forehand. Well, hopefully the forehand's better than that. That is better. Still hit a tree, though. All right, well, not a pretty putt, and it's pretty long, but we're going to try it. Oh, that was pretty ugly. All right, I better lay this one up because I don't want to get a bogey. Sit. Okay, I should be able to make that. Woo! Point of view putt. Hole 3, 205. It's right down there, off to the right. Very much feels like a forehand hole to me. So I'm gonna try to go forehand with the Evader. I've been using this one much recently, but I overthrew it with the Firebird the other day, so I want to try to go down just a tiny bit. I'm gonna backhand with the Gauge. I don't think it's the right disc. I don't think I'm getting there quite with a Gauge, but fact is, I'm worried that if I go something unstable as like my Jackalope or the function Squirrely, I'm just worried, what if I actually don't hit anything, it pans out, and then I go way long. So I'm thinking the Gauge is where I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to go backhand first. Try to put this on just a little anhyzer. That was probably a little too much anhyzer, but man, I managed to squeak through everything. All right, let's try the Evader. Too far left. And I hit something, kicked left. Wonderful. So the Evader ended up being actually a touch closer than this, but ended up being behind a low-hanging cedar that basically meant I had zero shot. So we're going to go with the Gauge, even though I still don't think that was a better throw. Better lie. So oh, get in there. Oh, so close. Two off the Gauge. Oh well, still got the par. Hole 4, 200 feet. A lot of downhill. Bent left to right. Again, the backhand on this definitely concerns me. On the backhand, I'm going to go for my proxy, my custom dive proxy. On the forehand, I'm going to go with the owl. Okay, got to keep it low on analyzer. Oh, it definitely didn't make it all the way. Got into some brush, didn't make it. Not a terrible shot though. Oh, that's gonna end up in the same place. I actually got it flat. Crazy. So I'm coming down from up there because that's where I threw from. Here's the fairway. I'm slightly off to the right of the fairway right now. There's the basket. And remember when I said my discs ended up next to each other? I wasn't joking. So this is now 2 holes in a row that I said are pretty obviously forehand lines. And I'm going to throw from the backhand position just because of openness. Now, I mean, this one is, they're so close together. I could play from either one. But I am technically playing the backhand lie from the proxy. Oh, come on. There we go. Hole 5, 190, a little bit uphill. Not too uphill, but a little bit. Left to right curving again. Again, feels like it probably should be a forehand. On the other hand, though, this one is a gentle curve, so the backhand doesn't feel so like bad idea to me. So we're throwing a backhand with the jackalope. I'm going to forehand with a runway. I don't think I threw it hard enough, but that was a good line. Also, I may have ended up right at the basket on that. All right, let's try the forehand with the runway. Oh, I yanked it left. Gosh darn it. I didn't even see where that landed. Oh, that could be fun. Man, when's that forehand going to kick in? Because this is another backhand hole that I've taken. Another backhand throw at me. Oh, man, I thought that was going in. That one is, though. Hole 6, 200 feet, downhill a little bit, slightly to the right. The obvious line is the backhand. There's a V in the trees right here. Just throw right through the V's and let it fade. There's also, I don't know if you can really call it a forehand line. If you go a gap to the left of the V, you can kind of poke through over there and fade right. There's a lot more obstacles that way. Well, that's the shot I'm going to try to go for. I'm going to go forehand on the owl and then backhand on the proxy. All right, backhand with the proxy. I got to try to throw this flat, not too hard, because I want it to fade. I just want it to fade very little. Ooh, cutting it close to that tree. It's going to fade too much. Oh, I hit a tree. Kick down to the left. I have made a putt from over there, though it's pretty sketchy. It was actually a pretty impressive putt. All right, just got to get this low because we're going to try to throw it straight. Let it fade right. Ooh, drilled a tree. 2 trees. Plinko. Why is it always so humid at this course? Jeez. All right. Left myself 25, 30 feet, something like that. Much better putt than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to be down under this cedar over here where you got to basically do a knee putt. So definitely better chances here. Let's see what I can do with 2 shots. Oh, luckily it caught the cage a little bit, so it just dropped right behind the basket. So if I miss this, I've got an easy tap in. Oh, that was awful. Also an easy tap in. Hole 7, 260 it says, very slightly downhill, and a little bit on the right side, just barely. I'm going to try to do a little bit of a hyzer flip with the function. You know, I don't have the greatest arm speed, so I just have to put it on a little bit of hyzer, let it flip up flat, and just hold the line for a while and then fade left. That's the goal. On the forehand, I'm going to try to just chop it just a little bit, get it to go to the right or to the left. I don't want to turn all the way over, so I'm on the insanity. Something's actually still got a little bit of stability. Not a lot, but some. You guys have seen me have some successful throws like that. All right, just a little bit of hyzer. That looked great. Did I go long? I went long. I hit a tree that is behind the basket, I'm pretty sure. So that looked great. All right. I doubt I can do any better than that with the forehand, but let's give it a shot. Whoa! That was going to go deep also. Crazy. All right, guys, I clearly have no idea what's going on today because I put the backhand throw, it was 22, 25, something like that feet away, slightly obstructed. Honestly, a makeable putt. Straddle out to the right would have been fun. But my forehand, which I started saying I don't think I can do better than that, is what, 12 feet? What? This is a backhand hole. What? And I did both of those shots with hitting a tree. Both of these were going to be way long. That backhand was going to be 80, 90 feet long. This one was going to be still another 30 feet long. Crazy. Hole 17, 240, slightly on the right. I did not realize it was raining, but come out of there and it sure as heck is raining out here. Luckily, we got pretty much just this tee pad's out in the open. Everything else is in trees, so I probably won't notice again. Anyways, I'm going to go forehand with the insanity and backhand with squirrely here. All right, just a little bit of hyzer. Let it flip, hopefully further over than flat. Well, it flipped, but went into the weeds on the right side. All right, let's see if I can do better with the insanity. That's not going to come out. That's on the left side instead of the right. All right, neither of these lies are all that good. So I'm going to do a patent pending with the proxy. Try to get around this. Gosh, I don't like this tree right in front of me. Wow, that's short. I have no idea what that did. Man, maybe this is a line. I hope it is, or I'm going to have to go hunting for this owl. I mean, I think that's just as good as the proxy was. All right, so the owl actually ended up being a little bit better. And that being said, ended up being really good. So, woo, point of view putt. Well, we've made it to hole 18, and the rain is starting to come down quite a lot harder. And it's definitely coming through these trees. So this is fun. I guess good timing. We're on the last hole. Hole 18, 245 feet down here, a little bit to the right. This is the one where I absolutely parked it and almost hit a deer at the same time, which will be a special moment for all my life on this hole. It was pretty awesome. I'm going to go with Squirrely on the backhand and Insanity on the forehand. I'm a little worried. Earlier, I got really a hold of one on, what was that, hole 7, I think. Just 2 holes ago? Was that only 2 holes ago? Something like that. Really got a hold of both of these discs and definitely went more than 245. So I am a little worried about that, but I gotta play what feels right. Okay, put it on hyzer, let it flip up. That it did. I didn't get a lot of push on that. That actually could be pretty good though, because I didn't overpower it. I'm a little left, I think. All right. Too high. That would have been really nice if it hadn't been so high. I mean, not a bad throw, but too high. Need the nose down. So if you live in the Pacific Northwest, you have a vocabulary of 20 plus words for rain. They say the Native American tribes had something crazy, like 30, 40 different words for rain. There's so many different words for rain that when the white men came, they couldn't understand them, all the different words. But you live out in this area and you understand, like, there is different kinds of rain. This has stopped sprinkling, stopped even, went way past misting, stopped sprinkling. We're into legit rain now. I think we're at rain. So I'm definitely getting a little soggy out here. Get in there. Oh, it's a tap in at least. Get in. Oh, off the same side too. That one rolled way the heck away though. So during that round, I came to a decision. The style I just played, I keep calling it California doubles because I've always heard that as the term for playing best shot doubles, but you're playing by yourself. I'm done calling it that because it's not just California doubles. It's not just that. I'm doing one forehand, one backhand. California doubles says you're just straight throwing twice. Also, I don't live in California. In fact, not even a huge fan of California. Too hot. So I've decided that from now on, that's not called what I'm doing, the format I'm doing, not called California doubles. It's called Bemrose Doubles. So that was my round, playing Bemrose Doubles. And I had a great time. A couple under par, if I remember correctly. So that feels pretty good. Well, guys, there will be another video coming up for the south side. And until then, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.